The Fair Work Ombudsman has called on experts from the University of Adelaide to investigate unpaid internships. It appears that as unpaid internships are becoming increasingly popular for young people, it is evident that there is a need for more knowledge and education in the area. The Fair Work Ombudsman hopes the investigation will shed light on the legal nature of internships. Professor Alan Knight, the head of the Graduate School of Journalism at the University of Technology, Sydney, says young adults in internships may encounter hardships but have to communicate to better the situation.
It's pretty hard, see, because the employers are doing it for nothing, right? So you get what you pay for, and if it's free, well, then it's what we try to do is basically you'd hope that those students would actually talk to the person who organised the internship. It's a question of, playing smart, basically watching what's going on, learning, and if you actually do have some negative experiences, put it down to experience. Because quite frankly, it's the bad stuff that happens sometimes that actually educates you what not to do again.
Reese Edwards, a 20-year-old advertising project manager at So Creative, is an example of a rapid and successful career progression from an internship.
I began working in the advertising industry at an agency called TTO, and they specialised in long-form content production. So we produce YouTube videos for companies such as Coca-Cola and Foster's and Nestle, and they also did social media, and they were one of the first agencies to really embrace social media in Australia. So fortunately for me, I was only an intern at TTO for a month. That's mainly because I produced some really good work for them, and they offered me a role off the back of that. So the interns who don't get offered jobs, they usually end up spending close to 3 to 6 months working for free. I feel that unpaid internships in the advertising industry have become somewhat of a rite of passage. So it's like you have to work to get there because everyone else has done it, so it's become indoctrinated in the industry.
Mr. Edwards is now able to continue his degree part-time whilst working full-time and attributes this to his first internship.
I owe everything to my first internship. Without it, I wouldn't be where I am today.
However, not all intern stories are quite so positive. Catherine Hale, a student and online journalist, agrees with the investigation after working for 3 months doing work she believes should have been paid.
So I was interning for a company that helps women in business, super feministic to the point where it was almost reverse sexism. So I was doing online content, proofreading, webinars, all that kind of thing. It was the first day that I felt like I was being abused. It should have been a paid position. They were completely understaffed and they were making use of interns. They had more interns there than they actually had paid staff at the organisation.
The issues she encountered were not only concerning remuneration.
I was there for 3 months. I went home sick halfway through one of the days and I was asked to extend my internship because of that. I said that I'll do it for 1 week, but that was it, and even that I regretted. It was a good learning experience in the sense that I now know what to look out for when I'm going for other internships and even just jobs generally.
It appears that internship experiences vary between individuals and organisations, and there is indeed a gap needing to be filled in concern to legality and guidelines. However, as Professor Knight says, there is much to be gained from internships for both of the parties involved.
From the employer's perspective, internships are a great way of window shopping for good future employees. From a student's perspective, they can be good in the sense that you get a real reality check. You might have wanted to work for a place for years. You get there and you discover, in fact, it's not anything like you imagine. And I'm a great person for jumping off cliffs. That's how you sometimes move to new areas. You've got to take risks.
Lara Munn for Mind the Gap magazine.